After months of speculation, it's official. Democrats unveiled a plan to add 4 new justices to the Supreme Court. And look, there's a lot of speculation online. So here in the Verify team, we're going to take the politics out of it and just focus on the facts. So we're verifying, does the Constitution allow the number of Supreme Court justices to be changed? Here are our sources. Article 3, Section 1 of the Constitution. This FAQ page from the Supreme Court website. Adam Levitin from Georgetown Law. And Paul Schiff Berman from GW Law. Let's start with the Constitution, which reads in part, the judicial power of the United States shall be vested in one Supreme Court, and that the judges, quote, shall hold their offices during good behavior. But the Constitution doesn't limit the amount of justices.
The Constitution has nothing to say about the number of justices, and indeed the number has changed. There's nothing magic about the number 9.
In fact, there were some big fluctuations in early American history. In 1789, the first Judiciary Act set the number of justices to 6. During the Civil War, it got up to 10. In 1869, Congress settled on 9 justices. And in the more than 150 years since then, presidents have tried but failed to change that number.
Most famously, Franklin Roosevelt tried to increase the number of justices on the court, and there was backlash to that.
So we could verify that yes, the Constitution does allow the number of justices to be changed. You just need an act of Congress and a signature from the president, something that hasn't been done in more than 150 years. With your Verify, I'm Evan Kozloff, WZDX News.